Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, May 21st, 2021. Big show today. We'll recap yesterday's Stanley Cup Playoff games as well as the NBA play-in and Major League Baseball. Wnba look ahead to tonight and the weekend's games. A lot of playoff games as well, and hockey and basketball, obviously. We'll go over the leaderboard for the Pga Championship. We will preview and predict this weekend's Nascar races. We'll do my NBA awards. I'll give out my award predictions. They're my fake ballots. The latest news and notes. We will preview the finale of American Idol and my best bet of the day. All right, we will start with the Stanley Cup Playoffs. We've been starting with hockey a lot lately because the playoffs are here. As we will go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to the weekend a little bit. Panthers over the Lightning 6-5 in overtime on a game winner by Ryan Lomberg, who is the number one star of the game with the overtime winner. The number 2 star of the game with 3 assists, Jonathan Huberdeau. Number 3 star of the game with a goal and an assist, Radko Gudas. I'm not going to go through all the scoring details on the show today because we do not have a lot of time. I'll just do the stars of the game and stuff like that. Pens over the Islanders 5-4 to take a 2-1 series lead. The number 1 star of the game with a goal and 2 assists, Chris Letang. Number 2 star of the game with 2 goals, Jeff Carter, who almost got a hat trick. And the number 3 star of the game with a goal and 2 assists, Scott Mayfield. Canadians with a shocking 2-1 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs to take an early 1-0 series lead. The number 1 star of the game, with no doubt about it, 35 saves on 36 shots. He looked healthy, Carey Price. Number 2 star of the game with a goal, Paul Byron. He scored the go-ahead goal. And the number 3 star of the game with the goal, William Nylander. Golden Knights over the Wild 5-2. The Golden Knights have a 2-1 series lead now. Number 1 star of the game with 2 goals, Mark Stone. Number 2 star of the game with a goal and assist, William Karlsson. Number 3 star of the game with 35 saves on 39 shots, Cam Talbot. I don't think he should have been one of the stars of the game. He was very good early on, but his team lost and he gave up 4. All right, tonight, 6:30 NBCSN, you have the Capitals and the Bruins. A big-time game from Boston. The Bruins are minus 168. Washington plus 142. Over under 5.5. Overs plus 112. Unders minus 140. Caps plus 1.5 is minus 200. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 164. I'm going to go with the Washington Capitals plus 142 to win. They even up the series at 2 apiece. USA Network at 7 o'clock. Hurricanes Predators. Game 3 from Nashville. Carolina's minus 156. Nashville's plus 132. Over under 5.5. Overs plus 116. Unders minus 142. Carolina minus 1.5 is plus 180. Nashville plus 1.5 is minus 220. I'm going to go with the Nashville Predators to pull off the upset to get on the board in this series. 9 o'clock NBCSN, Jets Oilers. Edmonton's minus 164. The Jets are plus 138. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Jets plus 1.5 is minus 196. Edmonton minus 1.5 is plus 162. I'm going to go with the Oilers in regulation at minus 105. I think this is a bounce-back win for them. At 9:30 on USA Network, Avalanche Blues. Colorado's a ridiculous minus 250. The Blues are plus 205. Over under 5.5, minus 110 each way. Colorado minus 1.5 is plus 112. St. Louis plus 1.5 is minus 134. I'm going to go with the big home dog here in the Blues. The fans are going to be rallying behind them, so I'm going to go with the Blues plus 205 at home against the Avs. All right, Saturday, 12:30 on CNBC of the Panthers and the Lightning. The Lightning are minus 144. Florida's plus 122. Over under 6. What a weird number. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Florida plus 1.5 is minus 220. Lightning minus 1.5 is plus 180. I'm going to go with the Lightning in regulation at plus 110 for the pick. 3 o'clock on NBC, Penguins Islanders. Game 4, the Islanders minus 112. The Pittsburgh Penguins are minus 110. Over under 5.5. Overs plus 110. Unders minus 134. Pittsburgh plus 1.5 is minus 310. Islanders minus 1.5 is plus 245. I'm going to go Islanders money line here for them to even up the series at 2 apiece. CNBC at 7 o'clock, the Canadians Maple Leafs. Toronto's minus 190. Montreal's plus 158. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Canadians plus 1.5 is minus 170. Toronto minus 1.5 is plus 140. I'm going to go under 5.5 and minus 106. And last but not least, Saturday primetime on NBC at 8 o'clock, the Golden Knights and the Wild. Vegas is minus 126. Minnesota's plus 108. Over under 5.5, minus 110 each way. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 210. Minnesota plus 1.5 is minus 260. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Wild as a home dog here, plus 108 against Vegas. Bounce back game. Sunday, 2:30 NBCSN, you have the Hurricanes and the Preds. I'm going to say the Preds even up that series at 2 apiece. 5 o'clock NBCSN on Sunday, Avalanche Blues. I'm saying the Blues even it up too. Why not? The Blues were in that game the other day, but Colorado just pulled away. 7 o'clock on USA, Bruins Capitals. I'm going to say that Boston and Washington split tonight and Sunday. I'm going to say Washington wins tonight, Boston wins on Sunday. And 7:30 on NBCSN, the Oilers and the Jets. I'm going to say that Edmonton. I'd bet Edmonton in regulation in that game against Winnipeg. Alrighty, now we'll move on to the NBA. We will go over last night's game, look ahead to tonight's game, and the weekend's playoff games. So this is going to be interesting to say the least. Wizards over the Pacers, 142-115. Washington moves on to the 8th seed. Bradley Beal, 25 points for Washington. Malcolm Brogdon, 24 for Indiana. Tonight, Western Conference, 9 o'clock, ESPN. NBA playing for the 8th seed. Grizzlies Warriors. My projection for this game. Golden State by a half, total 225.5, and it's Golden State by 5, total 221. Ooh, I'm going to take Memphis in the 5. Do I feel good about it? No. But I'm going to say that Morant keeps them in it, but Golden State will win. Now I'm going to look ahead to the weekend's playoff games. Should be a lot of fun. Saturday, 2 o'clock ESPN, you have the Heat and the Bucks. Game 1. My projection, Milwaukee 5.5, total 225. Meanwhile, it is Milwaukee 5, total 226.5. Very close numbers. But if I had to make a sake for the podcast, under 226.5 at minus 108. But I wouldn't bet it. 4:30 ESPN, Mavericks Clippers. Game 1. I'm at Clippers 5, total 222. Meanwhile, it is Clippers 5.5, total 218.5. I love the over. Love it. And who wins, I would say the Clippers. And meanwhile, in Heat Bucks, I'm going to say the Bucks. Saturday primetime, 8 o'clock ABC, the Celtics and the Nets. Brooklyn 14 is my line, total 228. Meanwhile, it's Brooklyn 8, total 228. I'm going to lay to 8 with Brooklyn. I think that you'll see a little bit of regression from Jason Tatum, and I think that the big three will all play. And 10:30 on ESPN, you have the Trailblazers and the Nuggets. I'm at Denver 2.5, total 228. Meanwhile, it's Denver 1, total 228. I'm spot on with these totals. For the sake of the podcast, I'll pick -1 for Denver. So, give me Denver -1, although I would not bet it. Alrighty then, to Sunday we go. 1 o'clock on TNT, you have the Wizards and the 76ers. I am at Philadelphia by 13, total 228.5. Meanwhile, it's 7. We don't have a total yet. I'm going to lay to 7 with Philly. 3:30 ABC, Lakers, Suns. I'm at Suns 7.5, total 220.5. Meanwhile, it is Suns 2.5, total 213.5. I'm going to go over 213.5, but I don't feel good about it, although I do think the Suns will win the game. 7 o'clock TNT, Hawks, Knicks. I'm at Pick'em 218.5. Meanwhile, it's Knicks by 1, total 215. I'm going to take the over. And if you asked me to take a straight-up winner, it will be the Knicks. And 9:30 on TNT, the 8-seed winner against the Jazz in Utah. My lines here respectively are Utah by 11.5 against Golden State and Memphis by 11 against Utah. No projected totals out yet, so I apologize for not making a pick. But regardless of who the opponent is, I think Utah will win game number 1. Now we'll go over the Major League Baseball games from last night, and we will look ahead to tonight's and the weekend's games. Giants over the Reds 19-4. Rays over the Orioles 10-1. Yankees over the Rangers 2-0. Cubs over the Nats 5-2. Astros over the A's 8-4. Game 1 doubleheader. Angels over the Twins 7-1 and 7. Marlins over the Phillies 6-0. Twins over the Angels 6-3 and 7 in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Pirates over the Braves 6-4 and 10. Red Sox over the Blue Jays 8-7, and the Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 3-2. All right, tonight's window, pretty interesting to say the least. At 7 o'clock, you have the White Sox at the Yankees. Carlos Rodon and Jordan Montgomery. The Yankees are minus 112. The White Sox are minus 104. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 105. Others minus 115. White Sox minus 1.5 is plus 162. Yankees plus 1.5 is minus 196. So the Yankees are favored on the money line, the dogs on the run line. I'm going with the White Sox to win minus 104 against the Yankees. Carlos Rodon's been great this year. Jordan Montgomery's not. Orioles Nats. Steven Strasburg and Jorge Lopez. Nats are minus 200. The Orioles are plus 168. Over under 8.5. Minus 110 each way. Orioles plus 1.5 is minus 126. Nats minus 1.5 is plus 105. I'm going to go over 8.5 at minus 110. Red Sox Phillies from Philadelphia. Martin Perez and Aaron Nola. The Phillies are minus 134. The Sox are plus 130. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Red Sox plus 1.5 is minus 152. Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 126. I'm going to go under 8.5 at minus 108. Fox Sports 1, Brewers Reds. Adrian Hauser, Jeff Hoffman. The Brewers are minus 120. The Reds are plus 102. Over under 9.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 136. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 164. I'm going to go over 8.5 or 9.5 at even money. Mets Marlins. Marcus Stroman and Jordan Holloway. We don't have any lines out for this yet, but if I had to make a pick, I'd take the underdog Marlins. 7:20 Pirates Braves. Tyler Anderson and Ian Anderson, so the battle of the Andersons. Braves minus 190. Pirates plus 160 over under 8. Minus 110 each way. Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 130. Braves minus 1.5 is plus 108. I'm going to go Braves run line minus 1.5 and plus 108. The Rays and the Blue Jays at 7:30. Tyler Glasnow and Anthony Kay. Nothing up yet for this game, but if anything, if the total is anything higher than 8, I'm going to bet the under. 8 o'clock, Astros Rangers. Tyler Ivey against Kyle Gibson. The Rangers are plus 108. Astros are minus 126. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Astros minus 1.5 is plus 136. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 164. I'm going with the Rangers as a home dog here. We don't know who Tyler Ivey is or what he'll do. It's a little bit of an unknown. So, give me Texas plus 108 against Houston. Tigers Royals. Jose Urena and Mike Minor. Royals minus 164. The Tigers plus 138. Over under 8. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 158. Royals minus 1.5 is plus 126. I'm going to go with the Tigers as the road dog here. Cubs Cardinals at 8:15. Kyle Hendricks and Carlos Martinez. Cubs minus 130. Martinez and the Cards plus 110. Over under 8. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Cubs minus 1.5 is plus 128. Cardinals plus 1.5 is minus 1. This one I'm going to go with the Cardinals as the home dog here. Carlos Martinez has been really good at times. Hendricks hasn't been Hendricks yet, so I'm taking the plus 110 with the Cardinals. 8:30, the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Seth Frankoff and German Marquez. The Rockies are minus 142. The Diamondbacks are plus 120. Over under 11. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Diamondbacks plus 1.5 is minus 152. Rockies minus 1.5 is plus 126. I'm going under 11.5 and minus 105. That total is way too high. 9:30, A's Angels. James Kaprielian and Jose Quintana. The A's are minus 116. The Angels are minus 102. Over under 9. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Oakland minus 1.5 is plus 146. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 176. I'm going to go with the... Let's go with the Angels as the home dog. Minus 102. Kaprielian, I like him as a prospect, but it's his second start. 9:45, you have the Dodgers and the Giants. Fantastic game. Trevor Bauer, Alex Wood. Undefeated Alex Wood. Dodgers minus 154. The Giants are plus 130. Over under 7. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. The Dodgers minus 1.5 is plus 118. The Giants plus 1.5 is minus 142. I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants plus 130 as the home dog against the Dodgers. I'm doing it. At 10 o'clock, the Mariners and the Padres. Chris Flexen and Chris Paddock. The battle of the Chris's. Padres minus 230. The Mariners are plus 190. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 114. Mariners plus 1.5 is minus 115. Padres minus 1.5 is minus 104. I'm going to go with over 7.5 and minus 105 for my pick for this. All right. For the weekend, Saturday, 1 o'clock, White Sox, Yankees. Dylan Cease and Garrett Cole. 3 o'clock, Diamondbacks, Rockies. Madison Bumgarner and Antonio Senzatella. 4 o'clock, Orioles, Nats. Bruce Zimmerman, John Lester. Astros, Rangers. Lance McCullers Jr., Jordan Lyles. Tigers, Royals. Matt Boyd, Brady Singer. Brewers, Reds. Brett Anderson, Sonny Gray. Twins, Indians. Kenta Maeda, Shane Bieber. Mets, Marlins. We don't know who's going for the Mets, and Pablo Lopez is going for Miami. Pirates, Braves. Mitch Keller, we don't know who's going for Atlanta. 7:15 on Fox. Red Sox, Phillies. Nady Eovaldi and Chase Anderson. I say Red Sox probably win that one. Cubs, Cardinals. Adberto Alzolay and Miles Mikolas. Ooh. This is probably the Joe Buck game, right? You would think. I would go Cubs on the road. Dodgers, Giants. Walker Buehler, we know is going for the Giants. That's a good game, too. 7:30, Rays, Blue Jays. Shane McClanahan and Robbie Ray. Mariners, Padres at 8:30. Justice Sheffield, we know is going for Seattle. And 10 o'clock, Chris Bassett and Dylan Bundy. Sunday, 1 o'clock, White Sox, Yanks. Dallas, Keuchel, Jamison Taillon. Orioles, Nats. Matt Harvey, Patrick Corbin. Red Sox, Phillies. Eduardo Rodriguez and Zach Wheeler. Rays, Phillies. Josh Fleming and Hyunjin Ryu. Brewers, Reds. Freddie Peralta, Luis Castillo. Twins, Indians. J-Hap, Sam Hentages. Mets, Marlins. We know who's going for the Mets. And Cody Poteet is going for Miami. 1:20, the Pirates and the Braves. JT Brubaker and Max Fried. Tigers, Royals at 2 o'clock. Casey Mize and Chris Bubick. 2:30, Astros, Rangers. Christian Javier, Mike Faltanevich. 3 o'clock, Diamondbacks, Rockies. Corbin Martin, John Gray. 4 o'clock, Dodgers, Giants. Julio Urias and Anthony DeSclafani. Too bad this isn't Sunday Night Baseball. That's probably because they didn't think that the Giants were going to be any good. Angels, A's. Sean Manaea and Andrew Heaney. Mariners, Padres. Yusei Kikuchi and Yu Darvish. At Sunday Night Baseball, the Cubs and the Cards. Zach Davies, and Adam Wainwright. And I'm going to say that the Cardinals win that one. Now we'll go over the WNBA from last night and look ahead to the weekend and tonight. Storm over the Lakes 90-78, and then tonight is 7 o'clock, the Liberty and the Mystics, the Dream and the Fever. At 7 and 10, it's the Sun and the Mercury. At 10:30, the Sparks against the Aces. Saturday, 8 o'clock, the Storm and the Wings. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock, ESPN, the Liberty and the Sky. Mystics Fever at 6 o'clock, the Sun and the Aces. All right, now we'll do Pga Championship Leaderboard. I'm going to try to be quick here. In the lead right now with a score of 5 under, Corey Connors. Tied for second with a score of 3 under, Keegan Bradley, Victor Hovland, Brooks Koepka, Aaron Weiss, Sam Horsfield, and Cam Davis. Tied for 8th with 2 under, Cam Triangle, Martin Laird, Colin Marikwa, Phil Mickelson, Gary Woodland, Kevin Streelman, Brandon Grace, and Sungjae M. Tied for 16th with 1 under. It's a big tie. Taylor Gooch, Paul Casey, Ricky Fowler, Tyrell Hatton, Luis Olson, Jason Duffner, Jason Kokrak, Stuart Sink, Richie Morensky, Tom Lewis, Joaquin Neiman, Padraig Harrington, Rasmus Hojgaard, Walter Zalatoris, and Christian Ziedenhout. At even, tied for 31st, Scotty Scheffler, Adam Long, Harry Higgs, Bubba Watson, Bryson DeChambeau, Evan Van Rooyen, John Rahm, Justin Rose, Ben Cook, and Cam Smith. Tied for 41st with 1 over. It's a big tie. We're just going to go through notables at this point. Harold Varner III, Dylan Fratelli, Xander Schauffele, Lee Westwood, Hideki Matsuyama, Matt Wallace, Dylan McCarthy, Matt Fitzpatrick, Adam Sullivan, Jordan Spieth, Shane Lowry, Patrick Cantlay. Tied for 62nd with 2 over. Mark Leishman, Joel Dobbin, Taylor Hogue, Zach Johnson, Ryan Palmer, Lucas Griffin, Abraham Anser, Tony Finau, Jason Day, Patrick Reed, Ian Poulter, Brendan Todd. Tied for 77th with 3 over. Brendan Steele, Harry English, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, JT Potson, Webb Simpson, and Mackenzie Hughes. Tied for 97th with 4 over. Caleb Schwartzel, Tommy Fleetwood, Dustin Johnson, that was my pick, and Chris Kirk. Tied for 110th with 5 over. Emiliano Grillo, Sebastian Munoz, Adam Hadwin, Cesar V, Sergio Garcia. And not really any other notables here. Alrighty, now we'll move on to NASCAR, as we will preview and predict this weekend's races from COTA. Tomorrow is both Truck and Xfinity, and Sunday is Cup. So we'll start with the Truck Series because they're first. So your starting lineup for the Truck Series. Starting at the pole for COTA Truck Series. I can't find it. I really can't find the starting lineup for the Truck Series. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to blindly bet it on DraftKings. So sorry about that, guys. We're not going to do our usual starting lineup, the whole deal. So the Toyota Tundra 225. I'm just going to go through all the odds. John Hunter Nemechek plus 325 favorite. Sheldon Grace plus 350. Brent Rhodes plus 750. Parker Chase, Matt Crafton, Paul Menard, all 12 to 1. Austin Hill and Zane Smith, 14 to 1. Kaz Gralla, 16 to 1. Todd Gilliland, Sam Meyer, and Nee. All fun. Any other driver, 20 to 1. 25 to 1, Parker Klingerman. 28 to 1, Stuart Friesen and Chandler Smith. 33 to 1, Grant Effinger and Johnny Sauter. 40 to 1, Tyler Anker with Christian X. 50 to 1, Carson Hosfar. 66 to 1, Derek Krause. And Tanner Gray, Timothy Peters, and Ryan Truex are all 100 to 1. For my pick, though, I'm going to go with Austin Hill, 14 to 1 to win the Toyota Tundra 225. And now the Xfinity, the Pit Boss 250. Austin Cindric is the plus 275 favorite. Kyle Busch is the plus 325. AJ Allmendinger's plus 450. Noah Gragson, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Hemrick are 14 to 1. Justin Allgaier is 16 to 1. Cole Custer's 20 to 1. Justin Haley's 22 to 1. Tyler Reddick and any other driver 25 to 1. Harrison Burton's 30 to 1. Andy Lawley and Miguel Polado 40 to 1. Jeremy Clements, Austin Dillon, and Miat Snyder 50 to 1. Jeb Burton and Brandon Jones are 66 to 1. So is Brett Moffitt 80 to 1. Alex Labb 100 to 1. Michael Lynette, Riley Herbst, and Brandon Brown is 150 to 1. Here I'm gonna go with. Let's go with Noah Gragson at 14 to 1 here for the Pit Boss 250. And last but not least, Cup Series, the Echo Park Texas Grand Picks. Chase Elliott's plus 250, Martin Truex Jr.'s plus 450, Denny Hamlin's 10 to 1, Kyle Busch is 12 to 1, Kyle Larson's 14 to 1, Ryan Blaney's 16 to 1, so is Kevin Harvick. William Byron and Joey Logano are each 18 to 1. Chris Bell, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski 20 to 1. Austin Cindric's 22 to 1. AJ Allmendinger's 28 to 1. Kurt Busch is 30 to 1. Matt DiBenedetto and Michael McDowell are 66 to 1. Chase Briscoe and Chris Boucher 80 to 1. So is Cole Custer and Eric Jones. Tyler Reddick and Daniel Suarez are each 100 to 1. Eric Almirola is 125 to 1. Austin Dillon and Ryan Newman are each 150 to 1. Ryan Preece, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., each 200 to 1. Ross Chase and Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon, each 250 to 1. Justin Haley, 500 to 1. Anthony Alfredo, Corey LaJoy, James Davison, all 750 to 1. 1,000 to 1, Cody Ware, Kyle Tilley, 1,500 to 1, Quinn Houff, Josh Bilicki, and Garrett Smithley. I'm going to go with this race for my pick. I'm going to go Kyle Busch at 12 to 1 to win the Echo Park Texas Grand Picks. So there you have it, Kyle Busch at 12 to 1. Alrighty, I was going to do NBA awards, but we'll save that for the Monday podcast because of time restrictions. I'm going to do news and notes right now. A lot of things going on, obviously. The Yankees are eyeing Delino DeShields Jr. from the Texas Rangers in a trade interest standpoint, with their outfield depth being crippled due to injury. CC Sabathia went on a rant on Tony La Russa, and he says that the unwritten rules, and referring to La Russa, he shouldn't be effing managing that team. That's strong. A lot of people think that Tony La Russa is a washed-up manager. The White Sox are well over 500 and are playing good baseball, despite all this pity drama going on inside the clubhouse. Here's something funny. Dodgers troll J.J. Redick by playing I Saw the Sign while he was at the plate. That's so funny. Oh my God. I Saw the Sign by Aces Bases or whatever. Which is really, really funny. That is one of the best troll jobs. Yeah, Ace of Base. That's one of the best troll jobs I've seen all season. The Cardinals minors team tweeted on DeGrom. Someone wrote, Jacob DeGrom is throwing 102 miles per hour. Someone said help. Minnesota Twins righty Tyler Duffy suspended 3 games for throwing behind your main Mercedes. Not surprising. Charles Barkley rips Russell Westbrook for lost bet as he trolls Westbrook for falling short of the triple-double lost to money. Thanks for letting us down. Award finalists came out. MVP finalists Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Steph Curry. Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green. And then Bam Adebayo tweets on the snub as he's not happy about that. Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton. Most Improved, Jeremy Grant, Michael Porter Jr., and Julius Randle. Sixth Man of the Year, Jordan Clarkson, Joe Ingles, and Derrick Rose. Coach of the Year, Quinn Snyder, Tom Thibodeau, and Monty Williams. I'm going to go over my picks on the show on Monday. I was going to do it today, but I didn't. The New York Knicks sellout games 1 and 2. 15,000 fans expected at the game. So I have to readjust my line for Atlanta Knicks, if that's the case. Because that's about half. So the Knicks really should be minus a half. Nate McMillan fined $25,000 for making comments about how the league is favoring the Knicks and being biased towards the Knicks. As what the league calls it, detrimental public comments. And he also says that they want to see New York in the playoffs. So that was what he actually said. Awful news in the Toronto-Montreal game. John Tavares leaves the ice on a stretcher after the scary collision. It was awful. Hopefully that he gets well soon. And it was a collision with Corey Perry, as he says that he honestly felt sick to his stomach. Something funny that you never see in hockey, but it's not really funny, but it's certainly interesting. The Islanders and the Penguins had a combined 11 players in the penalty box after a big brawl broke out after what the Islanders thought was the game-tying goal. And then came a big brawl. The Pens sent 6, the Islanders sent 5 to the box. Islanders get the power play to tie the game. Ultimately, they lose to Pittsburgh. No, that's something you never see in a hockey game. There's a viral picture going around of Russ and Beal on Twitter of Russell Westbrook screaming during Beal's jam, which was pretty cool. We talked about Steven Strasburg coming back from the injured list already. Simone Augustus tears up in her retirement press conference. 14 years with the Lynx, and she says that they have a piece of my heart. Julio Jones on the trade market. The Falcons want to trade him. Teams in play: Baltimore, San Francisco, New England, Indianapolis, the LA Chargers, and the Titans, according to The Athletic. Derrick Henry certainly wants Julio in Tennessee. And he responds to Bleacher Report's tweet saying, Titan TF up, with a couple of emojis. Alrighty then, so that's it for news and notes today. Now we will preview the finale of American Idol. It's going to be a great episode, I think. It's down to 3. Casey went home last week. And now we have the final 3 of American Idol. And it's between Chase Beckham, Grace Kinsler, and Willie Spence. If I had to make a pick for the winner, I think it's going to be Chase. Do I feel good about it? No, because all 3 of them are fantastic. It won't shock me who wins. But I'm going to say that it will be Chase Beckham. They'll be your season 19 winner of American Idol. All right. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. There's some interesting ones on here, to say the least. And all the sports, I just can't decide which one to go with. I lost yesterday's best bet. And tonight's best bet will be the I'm going to go with, let's go with Arizona. Or I'm sorry, not Arizona, St. Louis Cardinals. I'm going to do a quarter unit on the Cardinals as the home dog against the Chicago Cubs at plus 102 against Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs. Don't feel great about it, though, but I liked it a lot. So there you have it for the show today. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend, from NBA playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, Major League Baseball, WNBA. Look at the Monday stuff. We'll recap the Idol finale, news and notes. We'll do awards ballots in the NBA and the NHL on Monday. I promise you that. And obviously my best bet for you as well. Hope you guys have a great weekend, everyone.